In this demo, I'm going to show you how to pour an agar plate. So this is our Petri dish. This is where we're going to pour that molten agar that we have autoclaved, and we're going to do so into the bottom of the dish. But when we store it and when we're incubating bacteria on our agar plates, we always do so inverted. So the agar is on top here, the lid is on the bottom. And we do that because there's going to be condensation forming on the lid, and we do not want that condensation to fall onto our agar and contaminate our sample. We only want to grow the bacteria of interest and no other bacteria. Importantly, when we're pouring an agar plate, we need to do so using proper aseptic technique. So we're going to do a couple things to try to keep this as sterile as possible. We're going to first spray down our bench, our working area, with 70% ethanol. We're also going to spray down our gloves and wave our hands about to let that evaporate. We're also going to work near a Bunsen burner flame. If you work in the vicinity of the flame, you have heat sterilization, and you also create this, what we call a cone of protection. So if you work around the flame, that flame has an updraft, so it's actually going to push any microbes in the air up and away from the workspace. So right now I'm going to go ahead and clean up my space, clean my gloves, set up my Bunsen burner, and I'm also going to go ahead and label my Petri dishes. And I'm going to label them on the bottom because, again, we're going to store them in the inverted position. So I've now grabbed this bottle of molten agar from the 50 degrees Celsius water bath. I now need to work relatively quickly and pour this before it starts to solidify. Cap off, I'm going to flame the neck of this glass bottle to help sterilize. And I'm just going to lift up the lid enough just so I can get the glass bottle here, and I'm going to start pouring. 100 mils here of molten agar could ideally make 5 plates. So let's see how I do. So now I've poured my 5 agar plates here. I have the lid slightly tilted here just so the condensation can escape, so it doesn't collect on the top of the lid here before I close it. So if I'm doing that, I want to keep it in close proximity to the flame. Again, we have this cone of protection, and these are actually already solidified. So I'm going to go ahead and close those. Give them a couple more minutes to solidify a bit longer, and then I can stack them and invert them and store them in the 4 degrees.